final event of the 1985 World Cup, the men's 4x400 meters relay, and it begins with the United States of America in an apparently unassailable lead and with a very, very hot squad indeed in this race. Walter McCoy leads the quartet that are threatening to do something very special in this race. United States in lane 7, East Germany on their outside in the blue top in lane 8, the USSR in lane 2, and a very strong African squad on the inside lane. Remember, they run this first leg and then the first bend of the second leg in lanes. Walter McCoy it is, though, bringing United States through this first leg safely. He'll hand on to Ray Armstead, and the point situation is such that the United States lead by 4 points. So really, the Soviet Union have to finish 5 places ahead of them in this race to overhaul them and win the World Cup for men.
A magnificent opening leg for Walter McCoy. I timed him in 45 seconds exactly.
So now as the stagger sorts itself out and they break into that inside lane, we can see the margin of the United States lead. Rowe it is, running the second leg. Oceania chasing home in second place at the moment, and they've got Darren to come on their anchor leg. The Africans challenging the Soviet Union for third place. But the United States have a lead. It's been a fine run by Oceania. They're a surprise second place as they take off for the third leg.
Yes, Mark Rowe's been injured, so it was a last-minute change this team, but even so, he ran a 45-4 leg.
So it's Armstead who runs the third leg then for the United States as the Soviet athlete picks himself up off the ground. And certainly the surprise packet in this race is the Oceania team, running well above expectations. Ozolins it is, will hand on to Darren. But the United States are only concerned about staying that 4 places ahead of the Soviet Union, which would be enough to win them the match. And as you can see at the moment, they are all of that. And so to the final leg, and Mike, oh, in a terrible confusion there, and Mike Franks takes over the baton but has lost vital ground, and Armstead seems to be pushed and has fallen onto the infield, and the baton changeover may even have been illegal if it took place inside the track.
Yes, Armstead ran right into the infield several paces and was pushed out there, and whether that gets a disqualification or not will be vitally important to see later.
Well, that could be sensational, because in 1977 in Dusseldorf, the United States lost to East Germany on this final event, and they had to pull muscle. Mike Franks coming through now, the crowd booing in response to that earlier incident. What a controversy, what a finish to this World Cup as the Africans are pushing back. But look at Franks, what a fantastic effort by Franks. Unbelievable run, unbelievable by Franks. The time, a shade over 3 minutes, and Franks' final leg was quite astonishing, because he must have been 30 to 40 metres down on the African into the home straight. But this is the incident that matters.
Well, that was a phenomenal run by Franks, but let's pick up the incident here. The real villain was the Russian, the last runner for the Russians, Krylov, who at the bottom of the screen there is moving through into second place. He's got no right to be there because his incoming runner is in about 4th or 5th place. Darren pushes him. The Russian then falls on top of Armstead, who still hasn't reached the line. Mike Franks has taken off. He's suddenly got no baton, no man to give it to him. He's waiting there desperately trying to get hold of it. Egbaniki's come round here as Franks tries to run away. He gets spiked by the Russian again. Darren Clark's in second. That's one of the most extraordinary incidents. And the American team are now down with our camera and with Jim looking at that incident again.
Now look at this, watch this.
He had no reason to stop around.
Boom. What's that?
He gonna push him right there.
What's that? What's that?
No.
I wanted you to toss it to me, you know that, don't you? Yeah, I did. I know, we got disqualified.
Then he pulled your leg right there.
No, I got spiked.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, he spiked me.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now watch this. Watch the finish.
Look how much charge you made up, man.
Look at the finish.
Look at this. Look at this, man.
Look at the finish.
And it's tremendous.
Look at the finish.
Tremendous. Look at this, man.
Look at the finish.
Look at this, tremendous. There's the... He's not coming up.
We got it.
See, he moved back. He looked back. I told you got it. I knew it. I told you. All right. I told you.
Well, the Americans justifiably angry, but the incidents hadn't finished yet. Egbaniki in the orange vest in the centre, striding away for home. Look at Franks coming up on his outside, and then as that right hand goes back with the baton, Franks is going to catch it with his left arm. There it goes, the baton falls to the ground, and Egbeniki looks across and says, "You've taken my baton," finishes with not a baton in his hand.
An amazing race, and there were protests galore afterwards. At first the USSR disqualified, then that decision was reversed, and the luckless Africans lost their second place behind the USA for finishing without the baton.